Greetings Internet, DDA here, and welcome to our next round of first look deck profiles going into Set 5, Legends of the Force in Star Wars Unlimited. This deck profile is actually a special deck profile because we have a double feature, 2 Unity of Purpose decks we're bringing to you today. So if you like having monstrous creatures and monstrous units and showing your opponent how strong double green can be with Unity of Purpose, stick around because we got 2 amazing decks for you today. So to start out here, this is the first Unity of Purpose deck that I wanted to start with. This is of course the classic Rex Unity of Purpose deck that we've been seeing have some success. I think it did day 2 at one of the regional qualifiers with a record of like 6-3 or 7-2 or something like that. So the Rex deck has been seeing some competitive success, and with the new set coming out, we are getting a few power cards to update this deck and make it more powerful. So the other thing about this deck is I would say, since we're bringing you 2 Unity of Purpose decks today, comparison between the 2 of them, the first Unity of Purpose deck, the Captain Rex version, is very much hinges on Unity of Purpose. It is a true Unity of Purpose deck. You can see it's built very low to the ground, and it is all in on that strategy. It is just trying to flood the board with high value units, great units with a decent amount of HP, and then Unity of Purpose and win the game after the Rex deploy. And what I mean when I say all in on the strategy, it's playing resupply, which I would say, and droid manufacturing, which I would say traditionally in double green, it's difficult sometimes to resupply because green doesn't have great board control, so green kind of gets its control of the game by having strong board presence. Green doesn't really have the board control to give up that board presence. It always needs to have a strong presence on the board if you're double green. So playing resupply is a very difficult choice for double green decks. Non-villain, of course. Overwhelming Barrage is insane. But that's why we're all in on this strategy, right? So the strategy is resupply into Rex deploy, into Unity of Purpose, and win the game. If your turn 1 play survives, it definitely will win the game for you at +4/+4 on all your units. So that's the main strategy of the deck. But it was doing that last set. Boosts that it's gotten this set, of course, are Oppo and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi, just a 3/5 in green that didn't really exist before. And then Oppo is just crazy. It's worthy to note that if you do something like Timely Intervention with Oppo and you give something ambush for the phase, or like let's say you play a Coruscant guard down and it's sitting out and it just happens to gain ambush with coordinate, that's kind of 2 weird ways you could give Oppo ambush, if you Timely something or if you Coruscant guard. Another really crazy, of course, Rex is going to give HP to your troopers, so Sundari Peacekeeper is an easy add in this deck. Well, he makes Oppo so strong, giving him both Restore 2 and Raid 2, making him hit for 5 and Restore 2. Oppo is basically just a supercharged Sundari Peacekeeper. Very strong. So if, like, for example, on turn 2 you go Oppo, on turn 3 you could Timely from hand Sundari, give Sundari ambush, hit something for 3, take it out, restore, and then you could hit Oppo to base for 5 and restore 2 again. Modded Cohort is another card that increases the power of Oppo. I just think Oppo being a 3/5 and gaining all those keyword abilities makes it so strong. Like, Modded Cohort's a good card normally. Sundari is a good card normally. Like, these are great cards that you're playing in the deck. That's further boosting the power of this other card in your deck. So the synergy is just great. It really added a lot to Double Green's mid-game, I would say. Really strong. Much stronger in the mid-game you feel the Double Green is. But we are topping off our deck with Ayla's. And, of course, we have the Timelies in there to increase the power of Ayla. And then we have the Unity, of course. And then the Acclimator Assault Ship. Just a very strong kind of way to top out the deck. You know, you have the U-Wings to go wide against the control decks, but you also have this Acclimator Assault Ship that you can timely and potentially end the game with that +4/+4 or +5/+5, +5/+5. So yeah, this deck, again, it's more low to the ground, more all in on the Unity strategy, with the droid manufacturing, with the resupply into deploy, with Rex. So you can build a sturdier version of this deck if you want to. It will be probably less consistent with the Unity, I would say, the Unity win. But try it out. So this is the first Unity deck that we have. The second one is, of course, Padme. Like, I got to build a Padme deck, right? Padme, but so I wanted to build Padme double green, and then I asked myself, well, what is Padme double green going to do? Well, it's going to use all the high-powered New Republic cards that were released in the new set, like Yoda and Kelleran. It's going to use these because the thing that I found with double green Padme, playing it in set 3, because it's been that long, is that you didn't really have a top end. Like, yeah, you could throw in walkers, but you didn't really feel like the deck was synergizing very well with the Republic, you know, archetype, yeah. The whole Republic deck wasn't really synergizing because you didn't have a top end. Well, we got the top end in set 5, so let's throw all that top end in here, you know, solve the issue of the deck. And if we are all in agreement that Yoda is a busted card, well, you know what is busted about Yoda? Having 2 or 3 Yodas every game with Padme ability, you know, cycling through your deck, and just using the high-powered Republic units, because I can say this now. I can say high-powered Republic units. Yoda, Kelleran, Acclimator Assault Ship. These are crazy strong top-end Republic units that this deck got. So this, I would say, like, if you want to Unity, but you want a more mid-rangey style, but you still want Unity in there, go with the Padme deck, I would say. Because this thing goes. It feels like it just is very sturdy with the healing from Adept Arc into Oppo. Like, when you deploy Padme, Oppo automatically gains Restore 2, which is just crazy. So you can go Oppo turn 2, and even if you don't have the Adept Arc to follow up with, you can still get Oppo to have Restore. Like, often I will do Command Experience on Oppo resource, deploy Padme, then Oppo is a freaking 5/7 Restore 2, punch the face hard. Like, this deck pushes in, it's a mid-game strategy. It's got 3 timely interventions, like timely with Acclimator, timely with Kelleran, timely with Eoth. Eoth timely is so strong. Like, Eoth timely from hand, or just, you know, there's so many combinations that you can do with this deck. Like I said, this is definitely more of a mid-game Unity strategy. There's a lot of combos that you can do with Ayla and Eoth and Acclimator and Kelleran. There's just so many cool things that this deck can do. Deck building in this set has gotten just really, really fun. Like, there's, you know, you feel like you commit your deck to a certain strategy, and yet other cards don't seem as good in other strategies, but that's the beauty of deck building, right? We get to make these meaningful choices in our deck and get to build off of these different ideas that we have on these leaders. So, I mean, I think both these decks are humming. Try them out. Let me know in the comment section. So how we're going to do this, I did note the first look deck profiles, because I said, like, I had 20 decks. I'm not lying when I say that. So we have 3 out there in the wild so far. So how I'm going to structure these first look deck profiles is, I got some feedback from the last round to say that you wanted more of the new leaders, because I'd been updating my old decks, and I love updating old decks. Like, we get new cards, like, for example, this Padme deck, the Rex deck. I love updating old decks. However, I understand you want to use the new leaders too. So that's why I'm going to structure this. You notice we had a new leader last time. We had old leaders this time, so I'm going to do every other. And so next time is a new leader. I'm not sure who it's going to be. It might be Ahsoka. Actually, I think I'm going to do Ahsoka. Ahsoka and then Avar, just really fun. New leaders coming out in the new set. So if you like this video and you like to, if you want to see those 15 or so more decks that I have coming, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned because we have so many more deck profiles and Legends of the Force coming out. And thanks for joining us.